welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a fruit loaf, and this one I've been making for absolutely years. Excuse the dressing gown, I'm actually quite cold, so yeah. So I've been making this for years and it's so easy, so nice, and you can mix and match fruit and flavours and spices and stuff like that, but we'll make it straightforward just now. So yeah, and it's very moist, very beautiful, very juicy. So here we go. So we've got a big pot here we're going to use for that. I usually use a cup of water, but because we're going to use a juice of lemon and a juice of orange, so that will bring it up to a cup. So a cup of liquid, 2 cups of your favourite fruit. So I have mixed fruit here, but you can use a cup of raisins, what I usually do sometimes. Cup of raisins, cup of currants. So 2 cups in total we need. And we've got 1 cup of sugar, but I used 3/4 because I wanted it a bit less sweet. So 3/4 cup of sugar, just granulated normal sugar. We've got 55 grams of butter. I used the Flora with buttermilk, so hopefully that will, I've never used it before, but I usually use like pure butter, but I thought I'll use that. Also, I'm using some glacé cherries. I've chopped them in half, but you don't need to if you don't want to, but I just thought it's nice anyway. 2 eggs and 2 cups of self-raising flour, and we need 1 heaped teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So that will bring it a bit, gives it a bit of lift, you know. So what we need to do is, we don't need the flour nor we need the eggs just now, because we are going to boil all that. I'll just move that and then let it cool down, and then we'll get back to that. So we need the fruit in here, fruit in there, and we need the glacé cherries, the sugar, the butter or the spread, and we want to zest the orange and zest the lemon. Okay, so that's, these are mixed, zested. So now we need to squeeze the orange juice. So we need now to squeeze the oranges and squeeze the lemon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze them inside where that water is, so we can make sure that it becomes a cup of the liquid. Okay, so we've done the liquid and it became a cup. So if you think this is not enough, so I'll just add a little bit of water just to finish it off, but I'll just put that in there. And finally, to the pot, for now, we're going to put the baking soda in here. So we're going to give this a good mix. And you can see the baking soda started to work already. So that's very good. And what we need to do now is put it on the hob, let it simmer and melt. I'll get back to you in a second. So yeah, so we've got it on the hob now. We'll let it simmer, just to let, all we need to do basically is melt the spread, and then gonna let it cool down to room temperature. And then once that is done, we'll add the flour and the egg, and that is basically it. So I'll get back to you once it's melted and cooled down. So that's it melted, and I switched the hob off. So now all we need to do is just let it cool down, and we will commence with the recipe. But it smells so nice with the lemon zest, the orange zest. Yeah, it's very nice. And all the fruit. Okay, so we are back. The mixture is now cooled, and what we need to do is put the 2 eggs. So I've got it in here a little bit scrambled here. So I'll just mix that in, and we will mix the flour in as well. We'll mix it a little bit slowly so it doesn't, we don't have like flour pockets. Just add it, mix it, and then add it again. Right, so that's it all mixed in. I'm just going to get a spatula for that. And basically just scrape all the sides, make sure all the flour's gone, because we don't want flour pockets. And it's absolutely fine. So now we bring the tin and we pour it in. Let's do it that way. Make sure you don't put it in on the paper. So that's it, ready to go in the oven, 180 degrees Celsius fan oven, and it's going to go for, we'll put it in for 30 minutes and then poke it, and once the skewer comes out clear, we'll take it out, because you don't want to keep it too long. The longer you keep it in, the drier it becomes. And we'll see you in the next step. Okay, that's the fruit loaf out of the oven, and I had to put it in for another, roughly about an hour to be honest, because it was quite a big one. And when you put a skewer in, it comes out clean, even in the wee bits here as well. So we'll get it to cool down a little bit and then I'll come back to it after. Right, so the fruit loaf is cooled down, so we're going to cut it together. I'm just going to cut one slice. Use a serrated knife for that, but I just wanted to cut a little bit, and I'll show you how soft and moist this cake is. It is really, really nice, smells lovely, and it is just so fruity and beautiful. With a lot of butter, lashings of butter, and yeah, enjoy, and I hope you make it. That's the inside of that one. I didn't cut it very well, but it's going to go in the freezer anyway, so for the weekend for church. So yeah, so this is my fruit loaf. I'm sorry, I do apologise with my dog. So that's the fruit loaf. I hope you enjoy it. It's getting really dark now and the lighting is not the best, so I'm really sorry, but I've got a new tripod coming, so I'll work that out with a new, with what do you call that, with the lighting and stuff like that. So I'll work something out. But this is my fruit loaf recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you make it. Let me know if you made it, and I will get back to you soon with another recipe. Bye.